What's up, gaming heroes? My name is Erosium, and in today's video we are gonna get so much done. First of all, we're gonna get a whole load of quests done today, and that means we're gonna get loads of XP. I've managed to get myself a bunch of new Draughts of 10 Lands potions, so we've got like basically 7 hours worth of potions now, which I'm hoping will get us really high up, if not all the way to max. Hey, that might be pushing the boat out a little bit, but hey ho, that's me in a nutshell right there. Guys, we're gonna have a blast with this. I love doing this, I really do. So in today's episode, instead of doing the usual commentate over random shenanigans that's been going on in my life or in the World of Warcraft life or World of Warcraft news, we're actually going to do a bit of a speed up episode where you guys just get to see tons of leveling, but also listen to probably some cool music or listen to me commentating. I haven't decided yet, but either way, we're going to speed it up and then have me commentating over it, or have a little bit of music, or maybe a little bit of both. We'll see. But either way, guys, let's get into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, smash that like button, click subscribe, leave a comment in the section below. Let's get into the video. And welcome back. I hope you guys really enjoyed that little montage I had there, just of leveling. Believe it or not, that was about 5 to 6 hours of leveling. I'd say probably 5, yeah. And I just cut that down, made it really short, hear a little bit of music, and I thought this is a good way of getting across a long, arduous journey without putting you guys through the boredom of watching me just kill a few mobs. Sometimes you do an area so often in World of Warcraft leveling that you just don't want to show it anymore. That's the feeling I got, to be honest. So I'm not dealing with that, luckily. Whoa. Past few weeks, I feel like I've had a spot of depression. I don't know if it is real depression or whether it is just general sadness within. I've had to kind of like look at my the people who are close to me, and figure out, you know, whether those are authentic relationships or whether they're just like surface level, kind of just there to see you occasionally and hang out. And the more and more I felt I got more people around me that I had these relationships with, like friendships with, who I felt were just surface levels, the less and less I felt that I had authentic friends. And it's a really sad feeling, getting this feeling, because you start to wonder if anything that people say around you is real, or whether it's just said, or ulterior motives, or what it is. And it's such a angry way of looking at life, and a way that I don't enjoy and don't like personally. And it's so difficult to get yourself out of that mentality as well, to like second guess the reasons for people doing everything. So for me, I've had some, I guess, profound sadness recently, just because I've actually gone ahead and kind of ended a lot of my friendships actively, as opposed to kind of just having these kind of surface level friendships where, yeah, where I pretend and they pretend like we're all really, really close, but no one actually says anything real or actually has anything real to say. You know, if you want advice, they'll be there to give advice, but they're never there to like share in your successes. Just there to kind of do like give advice occasionally or hang out. But there's never really like any real connection kind of built on anything, and I came to hate that. I really did. Not what I want from a friendship. I want to be able to have someone's back. I want them to have my back. I want to feel like I can just reach out to them and the friendship's there. You know, we don't need to, you know, we don't need to go out and see each other every week, but we want to, you know, occasionally hang out or see how each other are. Be able to give advice, but also sharing the successes. Be happy when your friend has succeeded at something, not just a false platitude of, well done. You know, I don't like that personally. So I was dealing with quite a bit of backlash from like ending friendships with people who are kind of, I like and still like to this day, but they aren't like close friends. They wouldn't have my back in a tough situation, you know. They would always put their own like kind of interest of being socially happy or whatever, socially accepted, ahead of like having my back or stuff like that, you know. So I ended a few of those friendships, and it gave me a bit of loneliness for a while. And it was only kind of when I spoke to someone that's very close to me in my life, not my partner, but you know, someone who's close to me, and they turned around and said, "Ero, they were acquaintances. They're not friends. You know, you haven't lost friends. You were more invested into those relationships than they were invested in. Why you thought they were friends instead of acquaintances." And you've got to kind of have this harsher view on life, where if you don't honestly think someone's got your back, you've got to stop thinking of them as a friend. You've got to start thinking of them more of as an acquaintance, because being vulnerable with people who don't have your back is dangerous, and open yourself up to having your trust frayed and potentially getting hurt. Is something that I had no kind of like no understanding with, and to be honest, I haven't got a lot of chill as a person at all. If I don't like something or I think something's bullshit, I usually say it's fuck. I don't like it, and for the most part, that does piss people off as well. So I had been dealing with some of that kind of loneliness and sadness as a result of dealing with those friendships, but friendships in friendships. But as of recent, this week, I would say that's past now. I'm finally feeling a lot happier. Like the change on perspective, and this is crazy how, like, you know, you can be so down about something, and then someone offering perspective on something just helps so much to help things. Because here's the problem. I felt like I was doing the right thing by kind of ending those friendships. But I also felt sad that I was doing the right thing. So I didn't regret it because kind of those people weren't, are kind of like fake as fuck, basically. Not that they intend to be fake, but just more that they aren't being real. Because of the trust and the friendship isn't there for some reason. Just a kind of like surface level, false platitudes type relationship. And it's just not really what I was after. And I had to realize that. I had to come to that understanding, I guess. But because my perspective was like, oh, all these acquaintances, they're friends. You know, they've got my back. And then like, if any of them didn't have my back in a situation, it hurt. It really hurt. And it upset me. And it just so happened something did come up where, you know, I thought people would have my back. And then they didn't. You know, someone told a lie about me. To all my friends. And really, like, the worst bit is that I'm not even sure if the person who told the lie knew it was a lie. But either way, they did. And no one had my back and said, you know, maybe you should say that to that person. Maybe you should talk to that person. Yeah. People just kind of glossed over it and pretended it didn't happen. And it was just like, that's not what friends are for. If anyone said any bad shit about any of my friends, I would call them out on it. I'd be like, fucking say that to their face, or what's your issue here? We gonna have a problem? Because I'm not gonna stand there and let someone say nasty like shit, especially when I've explained that is actually a lie because someone came to me and told me. And this is what pisses me off, is like the person who actually came and told me this person had said something didn't even have my back. They're just more interested in letting me know that person said something. They were more interested in the fucking drama of these situations rather than having a friend's back. I just can't stand that type of mentality. It's just not me, because for me, a friend needs to be really loyal. And that got me down as well, because, you know, that really just kind of shocked me. It's like how much people are just out for themselves, but always make it appear like they're not. Always make it appear like they're out for like general well-being and betterment of everyone else around them. But really they're not. They're out to make themselves feel good that they're doing that. It's like these advice guards who kind of like people who like to give loads of advice to like their friends, but like they never share in successes. Like they'll always talk to them and make say, oh, this is what you need to do in this situation. Or like someone's dealing with a problem, they're the first to jump on board and say, oh, this is what you should do, blah 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 blah. Then when they've achieved success and they're happy, they have nothing to say at all. And it's because they give this advice because it makes them feel good. They feel really good about giving advice. You know, it makes them feel like they are helping someone. Really, they're just satisfying that feeling within themselves to give advice, which is fine, completely fine, because it's two birds, one stone, right? But also, it's not fine when you don't share in that person's successes, when they've achieved something, they've overcome a hurdle in their life. Because all it becomes then is like a selfish act of trying to make yourself feel better about helping people. And you gotta share in people's successes as well as their failures. And that's it's not easy for everyone. Some people really struggle with that. So I came to realize that, you know, and this is really what's made me feel happier about the whole situation. About kind of losing friends, but more so losing acquaintances. The thing that's made me happier is realizing that these people were once friends, you know? They were once friends to me. And no longer now, but they were once actually friends. They became acquaintances as their lives kind of got entwined with others, and they grew to want different things in life. That's completely understandable, and their goals change, their priorities change. And it's just a shame that you don't realize that is happening until it's happened. So for a lot of people, I realized that when I was younger and I kind of originally became friends with them, they would have my back. You know, they would be there for me. They would be a real friend. But as kind of like I've grown with them and like we've grown, we've met girlfriends, you know, we've got new goals in life, we've got new jobs, etc, etc. All these like things that make subtle changes to you personally. The goal has become less about having a nice, tight circle of friendship, and more about just having kind of these surface level friendships that you can go out to and hang with when you want to have a drink. But apart from that, there's nothing like real underneath. It's just surface level friendships because they've got that deep connection. They've got that person to reach out to. That's their partner, you know. They've got like a girlfriend or they've got a boyfriend. They've got that person. They don't need a bunch of friends to go and talk to about like their personal stuff. They've got that connection already. There's no need for any more of that. And so I realized that it wasn't that they just didn't want to be friends. It's more of they've just got a new friend. Like that's a new friend is this person they reach out to. They have that vulnerability around. They have that person that they can talk to. And it's just coming to that realization that I'm not, and this isn't me trying to blame girlfriends or any shit like that. It's just me saying that I understand now why people who are older have less friends. I get it now. It makes sense to me, you know, as people grow up, they lose friends because they put less effort into those friendships. They're less willing to be vulnerable around those friends they have because they've got a partner in life. They've got a person who they are always vulnerable with, who they're always happy to talk, who know them better than anyone knows them. Yeah, and that's great because I'm like that with my partner for sure. But I've always tried to like maintain a level of friendship with my friends where I can be vulnerable with them, I can trust them and stuff. But the issue is I didn't really change at all in that regard. I carried on being able to talk to friends and stuff, and I felt more and more over the last couple of years that as I was doing this, some people weren't, and those that kind of weren't, I started to trust them less. So just don't even mean to, you know. It was just a subtle change within me personally, and I realized, yeah, that's the reason why is friendships. They're less giving within the friendship. You know, they're more. What can they get from life? What can they get from this situation? And less about, oh, let me work here to stay friends with us. Let me be a little bit vulnerable here, so I can be real, be my real self with this person. But that's the problem with social media a lot of time as well. Is that people put on this like this brave face, this face that everything's good, everything's amazing, everything's wonderful, 24/7, and life isn't. Life's not like that. Life has these fucking drawbacks. Has shit moments, has good moments. It's taken me to go through these few weeks of being sad and a little bit lonely and upset about situations to make me appreciate my friends, make me grow to understand people better than I've ever understood them. It's helped me shift my perspective and develop myself in different ways that I didn't think I would. I never thought that I'd get to my like dad's age one day and be like have so much less friends than I originally had. You know, I had so many friends and I was just like not realizing that people change over time. Over years they change and develop. Well, that's my thoughts anyway, guys. I just wanted to say to you that, you know, I feel like I've developed quite a lot in the last few weeks in terms of perspective change. It had a bad effect on my health as well, because like all the health and fitness that I was doing went out the window completely just as a result of this happening. And that shift in perspective has really helped me because it's helping my mindset, my mental health to heal and to want to get back into maintaining those healthy habits that keep me alive and ticking and happy in general. Because when one thing falls out of whack, everything does. You lose that inner balance. I know that does sound wishy-washy, but I do believe that that does kind of exist. But yeah, guys, I just want to let you know that kind of from a while ago I had that Real Talks video, and I kind of expressed to you guys how sad I was about situations and that, and how I was feeling down. But now, I definitely feel like that's past. I feel like, you know, I'm really starting to get back on top. Feel a lot mentally happier, healthier. I feel like I'm able to achieve a lot more in my life now. Now I've not got this kind of this weight in the back of my mind of thinking about certain situations when I don't need to. I understand it now. I understand the motivation behind it. That's the main thing. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that like button. You click subscribe. Leave me a comment if you've felt anything similar before in your life. And leave me a comment even if you're worried that something similar might be happening. Who knows? But I will see you next time, guys. This is Erosium out, and you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.